Oh my goodness. We're back.
Whoa.
Baruch Hashem.
Baruch Hashem.
As we always start every show with a little bit of gratitude. I think it's important to show appreciation for life and for the continuation of a podcast.
Yes, equally important.
That, let's just say,
yes.
maybe hit #1 on Apple Jewish podcasts last season.
Yes.
This season, can we go higher than one?
You wonder.
We don't know.
We don't know.
Can we go higher than number
you know
one?
What'd be great?
What?
Sustaining it.
Well, even that, not dropping, in other words.
Not dropping.
Even sustaining our #1
I
status.
like to say sustaining, it's positive.
Well, let me just say, and before I introduce ourselves, let me just say that I think we will exceed all expectations for season 2. We have on our show the first premiere episode, the hottest, hippest, most viral comedic sensation, the great Yohay Sponder is joining us today. Can I begin this show as we always do? Why is this show different from all other podcasts? Why? Why is this podcast different from all other podcasts?
Yeah.
Because this is a celebration of Jewish life, Jewish culture, Jewish comedy, and a little bit of kvetching. I think we kvetch a little
that's
bit.
Culture.
That's
Jewish
part
culture.
of the culture.
Big part.
And for those of you who don't know me, and how dare you, my name is Elon Gold. My pronouns are he, brew. And this, thank you. That works on stage, by the way.
I cannot believe it.
Yep. And this, I was going to say something nice, that we're so glad to have you back as the sidekick / co-host / Robin to my Howard Stern. Very exciting to have the great Eli Leonard is back with us for another season.
I can't believe
Now,
it.
you're contracted to do, we haven't paid you, nor will we,
Right.
but the contract states that you have to be here for all 8 episodes. I would prefer it if after the 7th you would retire.
Right, okay.
I want to do that alone.
The truth comes out.
Yeah, I want to do that alone. You texted me last night.
Yes.
You sure you want to do this one with me? And I went, I couldn't do it without you. But you know what? Maybe after what you've been saying, maybe I'll do that one alone.
Okay.
And tune in for that. That'll be episode 8. Well, let me just say this. So appropriate to have Yohay on because he is from Israel. And I just got back from 3 weeks in Israel. I was there for Rosh Hashanah, all the holidays. Here's what I love about Israel. It's the only place on earth where people will wish you a Happy New Year in Hebrew, in September, in traffic, after flipping you off. Like, hey, Ben Zonah, Shana Tova. Because we're all brothers and sisters, you know what I mean? But anyway, it was such a magical trip. I'm going to talk about my trip to Israel over the course of the episodes. I don't want to, blow it all here at once. And but there's a lot of great stuff, both material for comedy and then just inspiring moments that happened to me in Israel. One thought I had that's not inspiring, but maybe a bit, maybe not. You tell me, Eli. I cannot believe that the people, the nation that took 40 years to get to Israel from Egypt are the same people who invented Waze. I mean, do you see Egypt on the map? And then Israel's right there.
Yeah, it's right next to it.
You could walk to Egypt.
That's what they did.
They walked.
Yeah.
For 40 years?
Years.
You know why? Because we can't give directions. And that's why we should. They must have been like, what did it say? Right on Red Sea or left on Red? Right on Red. Right on Red. Right on Red Sea. Left. Are you kidding me? 40 years. It took 40 years. It took 40 years to walk. Let me tell you something. Let me just say this. You could stand on a pyramid in Egypt and look into the King David pool. You could be, oh, is that Lizzie Savetsky? You could see into the pool from Egypt. Why did it take 40 years? And then we shouldn't be the people that invented Waze. And yet here we are contributing to society and culture with our innovation.
You don't hear about the Jewish explorers.
No.
Magellan, not Jewish. Columbus, not Jewish. America, not Jewish. These are non-Jews. We're great. We don't explore. We're pioneers, but not in other fields.
Right. You know why?
That's not our good one.
It's not our good one. You know what? We're not explorers. We're wanderers.
Yes.
We don't explore. We're not looking for anything. We're looking to be left alone, and we're going to wander a little bit. But we're not explorers.
Yeah, you don't.
For the record, there's a rumor that Columbus may have been a Jew.
Oh, yeah. Goodness.
Just wanted to clarify
let's
that.
Not start that.
And we will be back with my first, the one and only, best first guest ever, the amazing, legendary Yohay Sponder. I've always wanted to say this as Johnny Carson, but okay, my first guest. See how I'm connecting with the youth?
Yeah, that's right.
Should I even if I did Leno, it wouldn't be real. Oh, my first guest is the very my first guest of this season 2 of Stars of David is, to me, the most relevant, most popular Star of David today. And he wears the largest Star of David in the history of Stars of David. And I am so excited to have you, not just because you're a legend already, not just because you're the most viral sensation online for Jewish content, Israeli content, but because you've become one of my best friends. Welcome, the one and only Yohay Sponder, everybody.
Yeah. What do you want to ask?
I have so much to ask. I don't know where to begin because I have so much about you that I love. I think I'm most curious about what do you think of your newfound fame? When we met, you were opening for me. Now I'm opening for you.
When did you know that we're going to be like, you're going to be my big brother?
The second I met you, I knew we were going to be friends for life, and I knew you were going to be a superstar comedian. I'm not kidding.
You remember you performed in 2016 in Tel Aviv in my show? You don't remember that?
No, I don't remember it.
I only
Lies. I know. I've been listening to this man.
Like, for 40 and I say when it was.
I barely remember my own shows. Do you think I'm remembering your stupid shows?
No shows. Like
What show was
when we
this?
started work together, your hair
What?
was
Bigger?
black, bleached or something.
Bleached?
The first time you performed Funny Monday.
Yeah.
Bleached.
Oh, I was where I had white. I had
Highlights.
like yellow highlights.
No,
I was
no,
playing a
like
gay dad. Blonde highlights.
All right.
Blonde and yellow.
What was that?
It was for an Israeli TV show, and I was playing a gay dad, and they wanted to frost me up so I could feel it.
And you asked me in the green room, you asked me who looks like this. I'm going on a stage, I want to refer to someone who looks like this. So like Kobe Peretz has that thing. And you went on stage.
Asked for a reference.
Yeah.
I need an opening
I'm like,
joke.
wow, this guy is a professional. Like, I'm in a new city. He want to make fun of himself that it looks weird. It's like, who looks like this?
He does this, and now he does it at bar mitzvah parties.
Right.
Really? Who looks like whose speech took longest?
Right.
I know, so I can tell the
So I
people.
could do that opening joke.
I think it's
Your
great.
opening
It is.
joke.
It is. I think it's great.
relevant to what's happening. You're
I
done.
think it's great. Also, it takes
That's how you do comedy. He's figuring it out.
yeah.
Yeah. But like,
How long you performing, Eli?
I've been doing stand-up like 4 years. But
All right, well, let's keep talking the professionals.
It's
Professionals, let's talk
professionals. Yeah, he just started. Yeah.
It's great. 4 years is
Speaking
great.
of just started,
Yeah.
you started how many years ago?
25 years
Okay,
ago.
so right. So you didn't just start comedy, but you just started becoming literally the most talked about Jewish comedian right now. Everybody I know is talking about, you see,
Thank you so
Yochai's
much.
clips. I'm annoyed by how much I get from you, about you, not from you, from other people. What is that newfound fame like? You were not famous for 40-something years. How old are you?
43.
Okay. You were not famous for a while. And then like a year ago, you're selling out theaters.
I'm happy that it's happening. Don't get me wrong. That's a good thing. But according to what we're going through and I feel that I have a role to play and to, fulfill that, what we're going through right now. And I have that voice that I can make. So the times also were really sad, those 2 years. So I'm privileged, honored, and happy to do it. Don't get me wrong.
But are you freaked out by everyone stopping you?
I'm freaking out by the fact that how desperate they need to laugh right now. Our
Yes.
people. They're saying, you perform only to Jews? Yeah, now I'm trying to use my gift to help my people.
Right.
I don't care. If you're not Jewish, you can come to my show.
Of course.
Like, we're going to do security. We're going to check that you're fine, that you're with us.
Right.
But at the same time, yeah, I'm happy to entertain everyone. But this time is very important to focus on us. And I know not many Jewish people that in our business did that
Correct.
that way. So like in the beginning, I thought that's what we do now. I thought that's what we do. Eli.
No, there's
you teach
4 of
me.
us.
I've never done stand-up.
Yeah.
No, like stand up in something that painful to you.
Yeah,
that
but-
really you feel something that
Yes.
is injustice. and you want to fix it with your
I mean,
jokes.
that is.
There's
really
no
a
better
good laugh.
no better way to tell someone the truth than with humor, because
Yeah.
they're laughing and they don't realize they're digesting and getting the message in while they're laughing.
You
do
abuse
that.
them. You abuse
Yes.
them with the
Yes, you do that. So me and Sasha, my wife, we just went to see you live. I don't go to people's comedy shows. I don't go to, and I go to 2 people's comedy shows. If you've ever seen his one man show,
it's hilarious,
it's
man.
incredible.
I watched it many times, and you're one of.
Thank
So
you.
this is the podcast. We just lick each other.
We just lick each other.
Lick each
Yeah,
other.
it's a lot of
That's
licking.
nice.
It's licking.
Like 3 cats.
That's all
And
it is.
I love
Let's
it.
smoke
No,
up the
but you're
pot.
both really hilarious and all the things
Thank
I need
you.
to say back.
Thank
Not
you,
gonna
but
be an
me
asshole.
more, obviously.
Yeah.
Yeah.
No,
Like
you
me
really
more than him.
You longest.
Me longer.
You're the oldest.
At
I
least
like-
me longer funny.
No,
Why am I
I
talking
mean-
like this? Me longer funny than him, at least, if not better. Longer,
That's not even a compliment. You're doing
Okay.
it 10 times.
10 times
10
better.
times.
I'm 10
No,
times better.
10 times
longer,
time.
longer,
10 times time
and
wise.
better.
No, I'm just saying 10 more.
But who's
like
better?
4 and 40.
I just care about who's funnier.
It's different.
It's different.
It's like ice
different.
cream.
So it's him.
Right?
Yeah, I believe it's him
Nobody
too.
will tell you to your face
I
that
understand.
you are funnier. They'll say something like this.
I
They'll
understand.
say
Yeah.
it's different.
It's different.
You're different.
It's different.
You and me are
Different.
different.
Right.
I don't need to work so
I
hard.
don't
Right.
like when people try to compete between comedians.
I agree.
Because we're not. Also, singing company.
Correct. You know, I have a
competition
I have a
shows.
saying. I hate those competition shows. I have a saying. Nobody is everyone's favorite comedian. Nobody is everybody's favorite comedian.
Say it a third time.
Nobody, because everyone just has their favorite.
And also, I think our purpose is just to tickle people, and that's,
Right, yeah.
we don't focus on the competition. We're trying
Correct.
with teddy bears that we're shining. our
Correct. And-
Teddy bear, Care Bears with
Yeah.
Care Bears.
yeah,
Each and every one of us, we're gonna project their own shape. You
Yeah.
have you have the rainbow. You have the sun. You know, each and every one
he
of
has
us
a dark cloud,
different.
Someone's got to see it.
a
know,
really dark
I
cloud.
know what I'm projecting. I'm projecting this, but each and everyone projecting something else, and that's why it's not a competition, right?
Right.
One day I'm gonna wake up. I need Elon. I
Right.
need that kind of humor, and one
Right.
day, it's gonna be so.
And that day may never come for a lot of people that they need him.
Absolutely, but
Yeah.
I'm saying that it might happen.
But so me and Sash were watching the show. You do this 90-minute, brilliant, hilarious show, and it's with 1,000 people, and it's just this feeling of we're not just laughing, we're learning. I'm not kidding. You're a great teacher, and there's a feeling of community and unity you don't get at any other show. But what I love about what you do is, again, you tell the truth with your bits. Just even you take the colonizer lie. I love that bit. I had a bit I wrote, 15 years ago about how Israel's just one little dot on the map.
Yeah,
to me, Israel's the nipple.
That's your bit.
Yeah, the nipple.
I rewrote it.
Yeah, no. You have a totally different angle. But I go, it's the nipple on the Middle Eastern, let's call it boob. It's the most sensitive area of the region, right? They don't call it the land of milk and honey for nothing. I don't get to visit as often as I would like. I enjoy looking at pictures sometimes. Anyway, the point is, so that was
You
my...
did it in Schulz?
I had to cut that one in Schulz.
I love
But I
America.
do theaters, not just
Yeah.
Schulz. Anyway, so that bit to me was saying, hey guys, you ever see a map of the Middle East and it's this big and then there's this one dot? So that was my angle, just the analogy. But your thing is this whole riff about you can't even fit. I'm not going to do it justice.
We don't have enough country for the name of the country
On the map.
on the map. It started from the sea and ends in the river, actually.
So you can't fit Israel, the word,
Yeah.
on Israel. Right?
Yeah.
Egypt is like a little part of the map, the word Egypt, and a big Egypt. Israel goes into the sea. You can't write on it.
I mean, imagine how
Where the smallest colonialism ever happened. And
Save that.
Where,
I want to hear that. Yeah.
niche boutique colonialism. Yes.
Well, I was like, imagine how the Lesothians feel.
Right. To
The
see-
smallest country.
it's even smaller than
It's
Israel.
within South Africa. It's tiny.
Right.
Can't fit it.
Right.
So the Lesotho's
And
the
Israelis.
have a lot in common in this one regard.
Right.
And I'd just like to point that out to bridge the gap between the peoples. There's always been this rift,
Right.
this Lesotho-Israel rift that
Yeah.
has been taking place. And honestly, it goes untalked about.
Yeah.
And people need to start discussing this.
Oh, yeah.
And here I am making peace
Yeah.
between Lesotho and Israel.
Right. And everybody thinks it's all about peace in the Middle East. No, it's Lesotho,
Yeah.
Israel.
I realize like why I love this guy. I realize
Why? Because he makes no sense?
No, I'm saying, oh, he's smart. I love him. No, it's not that.
Yeah.
He's the Jewest look I ever seen in my life.
Ever.
Yeah, it's
Ever. And like,
impossible.
I love Jewish people. So it's like, that's the blueprint. If all the Jews will, God forbid, vanish, like
Right.
a lot of people want us to,
God forbid.
we can take cells from him. Like the Impossible Meat that you're
Yes.
reprinting, right? Thing.
Yes.
So you need, first of all, I want to say we're in a basement now, which is
Yes,
safe.
safe.
Yeah.
You should stay here for a while.
I know.
I'm gonna make sure that like
Don't go anywhere.
Yeah.
He must be protected at all costs.
the future of our
The
people.
future of our people.
Because I look Arab, man.
Right.
Yeah.
People ask me why I don't wear always the Star of David. First of all, this is also a weapon.
Here's
So I
the
don't-
thing. If I'm in public, right?
Yeah.
If I'm out amongst you, you can also take solace that I would be the first one dead.
Absolutely, but
Yes.
but for many reasons, not
Yes.
just
Right. Because you're annoying.
That's the
You're
way you
irritating.
look. Yeah.
So, but speaking of your look, but what are your origins exactly? You're
So
from?
I'm four things.
Yeah.
I'm from my father's side, I'm Russian, Polish, and from my mom's side, I'm Spanish, Moroccan.
Wow. Spanish,
So
Moroccan.
this I can do.
Wow. So you're half of a white colonizer.
I'm brown from my Polish side,
Right.
and I'm white from my Moroccan side.
How
If
is that?
If that
Whoa.
doesn't give you a clue for what the Jewish people been through,
Correct.
I don't know what will.
Whoa. You extrapolate?
Yemenite people from like 1,000 years ago. I'm not sure. We have like I never did the test,
Mhm.
but when you hear the prayers, some words in the Polish community, the Jewish Polish, like they have Yiddish, obviously, but
Mhm.
also they have some words that they're saying exactly like the Yemenites.
Oh.
Only those two communities saying the same things. What
Wow.
happened there? And they're brown. Why Hitler started the whole shebang? We look different, right?
We were not
Because like,
white.
hey, they look
Yeah.
weird. Let's kill them. Which
Yeah.
is fair, right?
Yeah, we look weird.
Like, look weird, but we were browner. Now we're white colonizers.
Right.
Every time when something is bad, it's us. By
Right.
the way,
And we're
So-
either too white or not white enough.
Well,
yeah,
that's the
or
whole thing.
two.
We're shapeshifters.
We're
We're the
shapeshifters.
big
That's our
shapeshifters.
fault. By
Yeah,
the
we're
way.
the big shapeshifters.
Yeah.
We could be anything anyone wants us to be, and it's perfect that way. I love being a scapegoat.
Can you shift into another shape other than this?
Oh
It would
gosh,
really be nice for our
It's
cameras.
actually the only thing that I can shape into is more decayed.
right.
Yeah. No, I mean, if you look at all of us now, you can see Europe, in the 20s, and then some people immigrated to Israel, and then now
Yeah.
that's like you can see it.
Yeah, but even your Polish background, if you go back, it's still Judea.
Absolutely.
So it's not Polish or white European.
I know
It's
that's
just
what
a
that's what I'm
stopover
saying.
in the
that-
history of expulsion.
absolutely
We stopped there and then
Yeah.
we're expelled from there.
Mhm.
So it doesn't even matter if you're European. You're still not white. I say I'm a white guy the way almond milk is milk.
Yeah.
Okay, it's in the right color palette, but we're non-dairy. We're a non-dairy. We're part of
Not
people.
there.
Am I right?
Yeah, you
You're
do say that.
vegan.
You say
Jew
that in
vegan.
every show I've ever seen you do.
Okay, so back to you.
Yeah.
There's
well, it's
so
like,
much.
Why am I here?
No, no, no,
It's
no.
about
There's
me.
right, that's
so
right.
much.
This is
They're
the whole
like
thing.
talking about,
And we haven't
Judaism.
even started yet. So when you're on stage, like, what's your thinking? Is it your goal to change minds? Is it your goal to speak truth? Or is like, I just want to be funny if they learn something great and if they don't, whatever. Like, what's your purpose when you're writing?
So it's amazing because when I started to do stand up from my guts, like the past 7 or 8 years, I realized that whatever is really funny, it's whatever really bothers you.
Mm-hmm. Correct.
So it started to be
Correct.
It started to be a process that you do both your old
Yes.
material and the things that really bothers you, right? And I
Yes.
realized the connection with the audience changed.
Yes, it is
With the new
so
stuff. So the more time goes, that you throw the things that they're not as relevant for your
Yeah.
your belly, right?
Yeah.
And then the war started.
And that bothered you.
That bothered me. very
Yeah.
much. And I said, like, what I'm gonna make fun of? War is not a funny thing, but there's a lot of other stuff that happening during the war that they're funny about the way that people
Mhm.
accept everything that the other side
Mhm.
say, and that's the total truth. And when we have proofs, it's like, oh, you guys, that's AI, that's this, is like
Yeah.
everything was sadly hilarious.
Yeah.
From-
Sadly
from my-
hilarious. Comedy is tragedy plus time.
But in our case, it was strategy with no time.
Exactly. And that's what, whenever I went to Israel to do shows, I'm like, this is tragedy and comedy at the same time, not plus time. It's at the same time. And it's so challenging to do, to perform for a beleaguered, traumatized nation.
Yes.
And it's so difficult to just get them to take themselves out of the hell that everyone's in and feeling.
And then when you realize that people really need that, and they already tell you, we're following you and you help us.
Yes.
So then it's like,
I get that a lot too. You don't get that, right?
I get that so much.
People say you help us.
I get that.
Has anyone ever said your comedy has helped me?
Can you show us? Can you show us the message?
The message.
It was at PM and he had to leave quickly.
You get me? I mean, I get it in person all the time.
All the time.
Eli, you're my savior. Eli, I cannot believe I just witnessed this incredible magic you made.
So when you will get that, you'll understand how much it changes the way you look at your craft again.
Right.
You wanna make them keep helping themselves with your. I think that's the biggest gift. It's more than like we're all hoping to make money, but if you think about the deal with the nature, right? There's a deal with the nature. You want to eat fruit, the nature gives you the fruits for free, right?
But what do we have to do?
What do you have to do?
Take care of nature.
No, you just need to poop it in a different location, but you don't know that you're gonna poop it anyway.
Poop it.
You're pooping it.
You're pooping the fruit.
You don't poop the seeds in somewhere else's place. Or if you're a bird, right? You're gonna fly the seeds to a different location, right?
It's got the fertilizer with the poop.
Okay.
You get the fertilizer and the poop.
Guys. What I'm trying to say.
Yeah.
You eat, you poop, right? Everyone does it.
Yeah, you eat and then you poop a little later.
Free, or you're an agent of the fucking fruit, right?
Oh, I see.
Understand what I'm
He's
saying?
getting angry about this
using
pooping fruit pit.
The fruit's using us.
Wait a minute.
That's right.
What I'm trying to say.
Yes.
What I'm trying to say, guys.
Yeah.
You think you're doing a favor to people because you're funny?
I do.
All right, that's great. That's spiritual. Most of the people want to make money and do the things that they love.
I don't care about
you.
money.
It's about yourself.
Yeah.
But
I'm very
comedians are different because they want to make people laugh. That's great. But if you're not, if you say like, I just want to be a very successful millionaire, by the time to get this amount of money, you need to make so many people laugh. So spiritually, you're doing the same thing.
Correct.
You just make so many people laugh for the amount of fruits that you want to have. Because a lot of fruits.
You are
but you need
putting
to
so
poop a
many
lot of seeds.
That's
a lot of seeds of happiness.
Oh, now I see the poop and the seeds.
Yeah, you gotta poop it.
You gotta poop and there's seeds. And if you poop the seeds, then everything's gonna be wonderful.
I know why I'm not successful. I'm a constipated maniac.
You haven't pooped any seeds.
I do not poop.
He hasn't pooped a seed. This is how Seinfeld it. He's got to poop a seed. Here's what I take from what you just said so perfectly. And it's what Neil Brennan, who is a comedian friend who created Chappelle Show with Dave.
Love Neil.
Neil said to me when he saw me on stage just doing some stupid impressions and just silly bits like, I think squirrels are on cocaine, and then you act out the squirrel. It's a good bit. Anyway, the point is... The point is, Neil came over to me and
for
said,
those just listening to this, Elon just scrunched his face off, made his teeth very prominent, and made his eyes big.
Yeah.
And looked around quickly like a squirrel. Can you imagine that?
He says to me, you know, all this comedy you're doing, it's great, it works, you're killing it, terrific. But you got to write what you care about. Write what you care about. And that just clicked for me. And then, because I started, what do I care about? I care about my wife, my kids, start talking about marriage. What do I care about? My people, start talking about Judaism. What do I care about? Israel, start talking about Israel. Write what you care about. And then on top of that, it's not just what you care about it, but it's what you said, what bothers you. That was another light. That was like what bothers you? And only the masters of comedy have figured that out early. Like Sebastian, who we have here, by the way. We have Sebastian Maniscalco here in our studio. What bothers you, Sebastian?
You guys kidding me with this? We're taking the traffic. You're taking the going into traffic.
Traffic?
2, 3 cars in front of you.
There's a few cars in front of you.
2, 3 cars in
That's
front of you.
Sebastian with a tumor or something.
That's right. Yeah.
With a tumor. Like in a hospital, Sebastian.
Yeah, look, my Sebastian's very physical. It won't play audio-wise.
Sebastian.
Wow.
Literally, his thing is like this.
Wow.
But this bothers me.
That
bothers me. And that is comedy. You look at Bill
the
Burr.
Italians cater. Passed over there.
Right. So What
Have
is
you been to a
do you
Ross dress
remember that
for us?
we had this October 9th?
we call it October 8th?
Yeah. So I
That's
called
the difference between the solar and lunar calendar.
No, we're talking about the day that we discovered. Oh,
No,
they just hate us.
we had like a long chat.
Oh, you and I? Oh, on October 9th. I thought you were talking about the reaction.
October
The
10,
October
like we
8th.
talked like for an hour,
We talked for an hour, yeah.
and I told you, listen, man, this is not. I don't take it for granted what you do when you're standing for. Like I didn't realize that it's about Jews. I
Mhm.
thought it's another war that Israel's going through,
Mhm.
and I'm so used to the. We're Americans, Jews. You guys are like I used to the separation of. We're not taking part of that crap that you guys have there. And I saw you keep posting, and I saw how much people like went involved, and how much people just like, oh, I'm not Jewish. I'm not Jewish. Like friends that I have that I know they don't speak Hebrew. We're not Jewish now. That's not our time. So I called you up. I told you like, man, this is not. Uh, thank you for the. I didn't understand and you. What are you talking about? It's like I'm not doing it for you guys. I'm not. It's not you and us. Right? Remember that?
Of course.
He's like, I don't. What are you saying?
We're
You didn't
just-
understand what I'm.
We're
talking
both just Jewish comedians. Doesn't
Yeah.
matter where we're born.
Yeah, but that time we posted sad shit in the beginning. It was not like the funny things yet. It
Oh,
was the
that's what
beginning.
you're
and then
referring
I
to.
called you and I said like, man, thank you for standing up for this. This is
Correct.
horrible, and you don't see enough people like getting involved and
Like just serious stuff.
serious stuff. Of
Yeah.
the very sad
Yes.
things that got online in the beginning.
I'm glad you brought that up because for me, and I guarantee it's for you guys, there were 2 times in my life, and I love being a comedian and I love doing stand up. There were 2 times in my life that I wanted to quit comedy, that I was almost embarrassed to be a clown and a jokester in a world that's so dark and serious and real. And that's 9/11, because I'm from New York, and October 7th, where I physically and emotionally couldn't do stand up. The second it happened on October 8th, I was canceling gigs that I had next week. I said, I can't do it. You understand? I can't be funny on stage in the house. I cannot be funny. I am, just reeling from the worst tragedy I've ever witnessed in my life. And jokes are the last thing I can physically and emotionally and mentally do. And I was canceling gigs, and I was, by the way, the first thing I did was a month later, and they sort of forced me to do it. And it was a federation event where they were like, we really need you because there's got to be some point where we go back to regular life. Even if it's not now, we have to start the healing, and healing is comedy. So they like sort of said, you got to do this for the community. And I got it. So for you, what was it like to have that moment?
So yeah, so we had a lot of shows that wanted to happen, and a lot of discussion about like 2 months, 3 months after. So in the beginning, you just go to army bases, and I saw this great bit of Udi Kagan yesterday, an Israeli comedian, really funny. He goes, I wonder if Hamas also has volunteering that are coming to do shows and been volunteering to make them laugh, and they also have that like I'm doing 3 bases today to make the
Doing 3 bases. I got a nooner.
yeah.
Over in Rafa, and then we're going over. Yeah, that's
So
wild.
I go to Kalkilia, and when I went back, they told the dude that book that told me we just had like terror attack. The 3 terrorists came to the base to try to. They killed 3 terrorists, and when I was on the way back, so it could happen in the show. And you would do those volunteering around the country for 2 or 3 months, 2.5 months, and going to hospitals during the day.
But how did you feel?
And my wife, I remember my wife would accept me home when I was coming back, and she saw how like my face, and we were talking about that you coming back from a war zone, because you spoke to people that lost all of their friends in a second, no legs, no arms. Like you talking to a person that like his life in a second.
Right.
A dude just with a platoon, they went like 3 jeep of the army, savannas and everything, and the Hamas people that shot them RPGs against tanks. So he saw his friends like in front of his eyes, and it's all seconds. The kids 19, they're telling you all the stories. You're going from bed to bed. You try to make them laugh, but it's a horror story. And then at night you need to go and perform you want to do it. So the story from my wife angles that she's seeing me coming back home and I'm like half like I need to shut it down. I need to sleep for an hour.
Yeah.
And
it's so crazy because when I come home from a gig, I say to my wife, like, phew, I just got home from battle.
yeah.
I just fought a battle because every time you get up there, it's a battle between you and the audience. And she sort of doesn't feel that, like, she doesn't get what I'm saying. No, it was a war. Honey, you don't understand.
Yeah, it was a war.
It was a war.
In your head, it's like really,
it's
everything happens in a strategic.
Yeah, and when you come out the victor and have a good show, you feel like, wow, I just won this huge war. And you really feel that. But also it's like just the analogy of like comedy and war and comedy and other, like I asked you this recently, you have to deal with one other layer that every other comedian doesn't have to deal with. We have to sit there and worry about the show. Will the new material go over well? Will the old stuff work? Is this going to go? Is the audience going to be hot? Am I going to be energized? We all have to worry about that. And it's a panic for the entire day until showtime. You have another layer of security. Are they going to boycott the show? Like you've had shows canceled. I want to talk about that in Amsterdam. You have to worry about, is there going to be, God forbid, an attack in the middle of my show? At the very least, someone yelling like we just saw at the Israeli Symphony. Someone setting themselves on fire in the middle of a show because
I want about that.
What?
If someone's setting himself on fire, like, well,
that's a good show. Now suddenly the Yohay show is a good show.
Yeah.
Now there's fire, there's tricks. Well, I don't just want to see a guy talking for an hour and a half. But really, what does that extra layer to you mean? It just gives you so much anxiety before a show, during a show that no other comedian has because you're Israeli and you know, what does it mean?
We have security in all our shows. We have like really good security.
But how do you feel when someone
guy?
It's
when someone like an Amsterdam
in the Mossad. Did he tell you that?
Yeah, Dean.
I told you.
No, but you've had shows how horrible is it for an artist
canceling a show?
For an artist to be canceled because of where he was born?
Every bad thing happened in this equivalent balances out with a good thing, like twice as better. So especially in those cases, every BDS or demonstration that happened, I had a joke about it recently. We just covered it. I didn't work for it. They called me up, all the newspapers and all the media.
I got some good press.
Such a good cover for all of it that we filled up 3 times bigger venues. So like
he made People's Sexiest Man Alive.
Yeah,
really?
Because they canceled him in Amsterdam, and then he made People magazine in Israel sexiest Anashim. The magazine is called Anashim.
Yeah, but if you think about it, they blame us that we're Jewish, that we want to make money. It's all about money, anti-Semitism.
Yeah, the anti-Semitism.
You made me make 3 times more money than a triple. I didn't want to make that much money. It's all because of you.
Guess what?
So I hired them.
Guess what?
Yes.
The entire Jewish people are now more united, all because of you and your anti-Semitism.
So
you know what I mean?
Yeah.
You're not just benefiting financially. Everyone's benefiting. And it's almost like sometimes you have to zoom out to go, why does God do this to us in our history? And, you know, we don't know, we can't answer for the horrible things and there's no excuse for it. But then you zoom out and you go, oh, this has united all of us in a way that you talk about fractured. Israel was on the brink of a civil war. So there's something unifying about horrible events and hatred and anti-Semitism. It's weird how we benefit from the bad stuff.
What you said right now, sorry, yes.
No, I wonder about this. Like,
so
you better remember that thought because I guarantee you. I guarantee you what you're about to say is way better than what you're about to say. I want to hear what you have to say, but I guarantee you.
No.
Okay.
We're probably going to say something.
But don't forget what you're about to say.
Absolutely.
Go ahead.
Well, I'm wondering because I've seen both of your work take off like in numbers since October 7th. So how does that compute for you? You know, that in this time you have become more successful in popularity and likely in financial success. Like, what does that feel like for both of you? Because from an outsider's perspective, not my own, but like, you could see like, oh, these people are making money off of this. Yeah. And that to you, I'm sure those are thoughts you've had.
Yeah.
Can I
What
just
is that-
say in
what
my
is that like
defense,
for you?
I'll tell you, in my defense, I've always been an overtly, proudly Jewish comedian. So I'm not, profiteering off of a war. This is my act. It's been my act always. Has it caught on more lately? Well, two reasons. One, I'm putting out a lot more stuff. And two is Jewish people are dying literally
To
for
laugh from something
comedy
from
and
the, like someone that's not ignoring what they're going through.
Yeah,
correct.
important.
Yeah,
The Jews want to feel seen right now.
for
And
sure.
if you can give them that, even make fun of like what Modi does is also
Correct.
like that's the same
Same
series
stuff.
of belongers that they need to feel belong.
Yeah.
I also watch these things over the things that
Yeah.
they're more general. Sometimes you want escapism, you want to watch some funny stuff. I'm
Yeah.
not saying it's only that, but most of the comedy that will require when you feel that hated and you feel isolated
Yeah.
as a nation member, that's what you need to watch. But I want to reply to what you're saying now because that's I think 15 or 16 really big atrocities of our nation since we founded ourselves, and each and every time it was like a horrible thing that happens, and some people try to do something good and make you out of there.
Hmm.
And my own existence would not be if not the Holocaust. My grandparents not gonna. I have two grandparents that got separated from their family, and parenting my father.
Hmm.
So, and I don't think my Moroccan family would leave Morocco if not the Holocaust. So it's like so many reasons that I need to thank Hitler now? No, right? But like good things, and also existence of Jews. That's existence of Jews. Existence of Israel. It's after the wars. I think the most people died beside October 7th. It was the Independence War.
Mm-hmm.
It's fair to say.
Okay.
Few thousand people. 20,000 people. Few like
Okay.
some thousands of people died that day. And the next day we had a country, so we celebrated. So this is the most Jewish and Israeli thing, to be sad for a day, the whole day, and then celebrating for a whole day. But it's in a second. That's why we're crazy. You need like sad, happy, like, but to the maximum.
Yeah.
Not even just.
It's
So
Yom HaZikaron to Yom
Ha'atzmaut?
Zikaron Ha'atzmaut.
Sad, happy. But they're related. And also in America, they're doing barbecue, right? But they're also remembering the people that
Fought.
fought.
Yeah.
But
Right.
it's also insensitive because people also
Right.
died in fire, and
Right.
you make
Yeah.
Just saying.
I understand.
Yeah.
You brought up your dad, and I don't want to cry, let alone you cry, because every time you talk about your dad, it's with such love and reverence and respect that I'm literally tearing up thinking when you say he was my best friend.
My best friend.
And then you have a joke.
He
"Hey,"
still is.
he still is.
Yeah.
What's your joke? Hey guys, don't be friends.
Don't be friends with your parents. Don't be best friend with your parents because you're not at the same age.
You're not the same age.
That's stupid,
So
man.
you're gonna lose your best friend no matter what.
Was my best friend 3 times for like
Right.
3 of my best friends.
Right. And
Was
you
second best also.
and we had this beautiful Shabbat dinner last
Oh, it's
week.
amazing.
It was
Thank you so much for
incredible.
having me, man.
Yeah, it's like everyone wonders what's Shabbat dinner like with Yochai. It's this, but even more fun because there's no cameras, so we're just riffing and eating.
It was
and,
the funniest
Yeah.
night for a very long time.
and then a guy
we're
starts
not-
talking to a chair with his wife.
We're not gonna shame anyone, but like it felt like like a sitcom. You imagine this gentleman here with his wife and all the things that are happening in their house. It's a sitcom. All the best sitcoms you ever seen combined, and
Yet I still can't get a darn sitcom. Anyway, so speaking of your dad, you said something so touching that you wear the Star of David, which I thought for years, and everyone thought
that I'm a Zionist.
yeah, that you actually care about representing our people.
Not at
proudly.
all. Not at all.
Why do you wear it?
My father's name was David.
Oh,
So
wow.
I was his star. So I'm Star of
Wow.
David. You can call me Star of David.
And literally that when you look down, he's always there. You're
Yeah.
always thinking of him.
Yeah.
Wow.
Oh, wow.
Well, now I'm
Father.
even prouder that this show is called Stars of David.
Yeah,
That's
and that's
amazing.
when we talk. It's like you have to. How
Yeah.
can we not come to this show?
And when I saw you killing it for 1,200 people, what was it 1,300? How many were at the LA show?
I didn't count
Something
them,
like
but
1,300, 1,400 people.
That look like
And I'm watching you. And I can't tell you how many times I thought, I know your dad's watching and loving this, but I also wish he was literally in the wings, just there, just for the hug after, for the, oh my God, I'm so proud of you. And every time I bring my parents to shows, I have this great, deep appreciation. They get to have the nachas, they get to be proud of their son, watch him, making an audience laugh for an hour. And to me, when I go back and see them and hug them, oh, that was fabulous. That's better than anything and any compliment, any paycheck and anything. Just making your parents proud and happy is everything. And I know you did your whole life, and I know you still are.
Yeah, but you're saying you're still inviting them, and
Well, that's so funny. I hate when my parents come to my shows.
but they come in and you make them laugh, and that feels good.
Yeah, it feels amazing.
So because I don't have a father, and you just told me how you make your father laugh.
So and that was my intention.
It's like
to really, I'm like
you just brought my father
I
out.
want you to
You
cry.
brought my father out. To tell me how much you like to make your father laughing.
Yes, it was a selfish endeavor, and
That's what he does.
That's what I do. That's what I do.
Man.
By the way, here's the irony. I can't stand when my parents come to my shows.
You can't just be saying this right now.
No, I will.
Insensitive time.
No, I don't care.
Insensitive
No, I
timing.
have to.
You don't like when you're
I'm
alive
trying to make
parents.
it feel better.
You don't like when you're both alive.
My live parents are here.
No, I'll tell you what.
The people
I'll tell you what.
they're gonna critic me. Those both alive,
Right, those alive
doing
people.
well.
Right, the alive
Parents.
mom, alive dad. But listen to me.
Yeah.
What I don't like about it, and it could be wife, it could be children, it could be when my friends come. Tell me you don't feel this. There's another level of pressure to do well because the people you care about most
I don't
are
have
watching you. You don't have that?
I don't have it. I
When
don't
you
want
have a good friend.
I don't want to be heard cocky or anything.
Yeah.
Or name dropping, but some important people. You brought one of really.
Yeah, we brought the great Lawrence Bender, the
one of
producer
the most
of
important people.
every Tarantino movie. The producer of Red Alert on Paramount. You should see it now streaming. The
Lovely
producer
guy,
of
by
Good
the
Will
way.
Hunting. He was at our show.
Lovely guy. I was lucky enough to show him a bit about the Good Will Hunting. Not the
But
point.
wait, the point is he was in your audience. You weren't nervous?
I felt blessed. I took it. Listen, excitement and fear.
Yes.
The same
Correct.
feeling.
Yeah.
But
Correct.
you choose how you you get excited, you get pumped by something, and then you take it to a positive place. And it's
Correct.
with every emotion you have,
Yes.
you can work with it within you.
You know what's weird for me?
Yeah.
When I see family, friends, I do feel the pressure. When I'm under the higher pressure situations, like my first Tonight Show, I remember being so crazy nervous. And then the second I got out there and I saw the cameras, the audience, there's Jay Leno, I completely relaxed into it. And I went, oh, this is it. This is my Olympic 3 minutes or 5 minutes. And this is where I feel at home and where I belong. Let's go. And I just had fun. I had zero nerves. I was like 25. It was crazy. I was like, I can't believe I'm this not nervous. So the higher pressure situation
Cancels.
but not when I know people are in the audience, because that's a different thing. It's like, I'm just thinking
I
about
love having
them.
you in the audience. I called you to make sure you're coming.
But you didn't think about me before, during, and after?
No.
You should always be thinking about me.
That's gonna be being thankful for you that you're. If I had like a percentage of 1% of doubt that you're on my side, that you're jealous or that you come to look for what's wrong, I would feel that.
Right.
But because you're
It was so
such
much
a
pride.
mensch, man.
Yeah, but
Such
also,
a mensch.
I
So
feel like only because I'm your comedy senior, that when I sort of took you in and said, could you open for me? I just saw you one time and I went, oh my God, this guy has it. Whatever the hell it is. It's like, listen, I don't want to compliment myself, but the great Rodney Dangerfield came over to me at the Laugh Factory one night and said, kid, I got to tell you, you got it, kid. And I don't say that to everybody. I said it to Jerry, and I said it to Andrew. I said it to Rosie. He's naming like all the, Roseanne Barr, Andrew Dice. And he goes, you got it. And that was everything to me. But
I will never open for you or Modi again. You know what?
My point is,
when I opened for him 2 days after, it was 2 days before my father passed away.
it was 2 days before? Wow.
And when I opened for Modi was October 5th.
Wow.
Wow, it's the 2
And
day
then 2 days after.
Oh my
October
God,
7th.
the 2 day curse.
The 2 day curse.
Crazy.
I can't open
You
for
can't
you.
open for anyone.
My point is, it takes a good comedian to recognize a good comedian. And the second I saw you, I said, he's going all the way. And then the fact that you took the time and effort to learn English because you're like, yeah, it's really cool to be popular in Israel, but I'd like to tour all over the world and give my message of peace and hope and love and all that and truth. And all of a sudden you went, I'm going to learn English.
Can you give me good advice how to convince my people back home? Because I get a lot of comments, what's with the Hebrew? Get back to Hebrew. Like, I want to make you guys laugh too, and it's not.
They all
you guys are
speak
not.
English. Tell them to relax.
Yeah, like you know English, first of all, you know the language. And also, this is not English, it's English-ish. You can
Right.
step up or down, probably down. But I'm saying, like, they don't see the picture, the big picture. Those who reply, hey, Hebrew is more. Hebrew, well, do it. Like, it's important. It's good, but the times that we're living in now,
Yeah.
no,
We need
Yeah,
to
you're
educate
not
the
gonna-
world now.
like,
They don't
it's
speak
the
Hebrew.
point of view.
They don't speak Hebrew.
Our people don't speak Hebrew. Our people, but you read Elon reads Hebrew, but it doesn't speak it.
Yeah.
This is
I
a
know.
fascinating thing we
craziest-
just discovered at our Shabbat table. We discovered that I can read Hebrew perfectly, but I can't speak it. And he goes, oh, that's funny because I can speak English, but I can't read it. I'm like, that is everything in Israel is backwards. Everything is left to right. And then,
you and me, we're soulmates. Together, we have one brain. We should,
correct.
We should
We
work.
gotta see that.
Yeah,
Correct.
Should
So-
don't sneeze because I can't see anything.
Right.
Yeah.
So I do want to say that I recognize your talent, greatness, and brilliance right away. And it is so exciting to see you put the work in. I'm going to learn English. I'm going to go on stage. I'm going to do a lot of shows, make videos out of the shows, post them. And the entire world is obsessed with you and your comedy. Everyone is sharing your stuff, and it's amazing.
You're being too nice.
No, it's amazing to
You're being too
watch you go from, literally, oh, who's opening for you? Yohay Sponder. I never heard of him too. Oh my God, Yohay Sponder. Like people freaked out that you came over the house, It was like unbelievable. They were like, we had an app.
Do you have any more questions?
Yeah, I do. So here's what I wanted to say.
Yeah, like
I know.
other comedians.
Here's what- no, we have a little bit of time.
Oh, you're
I love
great
it.
too, man.
Okay, so here's what I want to
I'm
say.
not worried about. I'm worried about timing.
Okay, we're fine.
If
We're
there's questions,
okay.
we
Okay,
should-
we're fine. So here's
We should ask them.
I rather that you keep do what you did before the questions.
just the compliments.
Let's
This is
do
just
that.
compliments.
If you ask why I wanted to do, so
Yes.
it's less English for me too.
It's not. It's
I'm
not,
learning English better from compliments.
Yes.
And porn sites.
It's not. Oh my goodness.
I quit
You
porn.
did. It's not
I
good for
quit
you.
porn,
It's
man.
not good for
And if
anybody.
we can deliver a message from this show,
Quit
porn, guys.
Thank you.
Clean your disgusting
Thank you.
brain
Okay.
from that disgusting thing.
So before we start
Yes.
the interview, I always start every interview.
Yeah.
Don't worry, it's almost over.
Before we start.
Yeah. Every interview.
Start of David.
Yes. When is this David getting started? Before we start, this is actually something in my from a big Shabbos dinner I had with 20 people. It was funny because Sasha said, "Can we just keep it small so we could actually focus and hear everyone?" And it was like 4 amazing guests, so we just want to keep it small. I had a 20-person Shabbat dinner, and no one. It's just small groups of just talking. It
God
was-
bless these people that love to have people over.
Yeah, we
It's
always-
like
yeah,
it's
amazing
crazy.
to
You
just
turn them on.
Yeah.
He's here every
I
Friday.
don't like. I'm not sure. I'm. My wife really loved to ask. I'm not like these guys.
Your wife's the greatest. Don't
You gotta
even
put all
is that a
those people
slam on-
together. That's.
I will
that's
call her
amazing.
right now.
Yeah.
Was that a slam on Kayla?
No, she's
Oh,
here in
oh,
the
oh,
room.
is she
I'm
here?
aware where she is.
Okay.
Yeah, I
What were
know.
you saying about her? That she doesn't like to
She
entertain?
loves. She loves like open house policy. I'm like
Yeah.
more Polish in that. Like
Right.
my Moroccan side
Right.
is not showing in my personality.
Nobody is better
But
than
she makes
somebody.
Me, she makes me better. That yeah.
Nobody is better than somebody.
That's great.
Which is, by the
Over
way,
the house.
it's his sitcom. You ever hear of Everybody Loves
You need
Raymond?
to write it on a
car, yeah.
on a car.
His sitcom title is Nobody is Better Than Somebody,
Really?
starring Eli Leonard.
It's good.
That's his next If you don't develop that sitcom, then there's something wrong
Do I
with
look
you.
like someone who can develop?
That's true. Anything.
You look
So-
like a final product to me.
That's right, basically.
Yeah.
So we start, we're
there.
going to start end with, so at this Shabbos table, I said, hey, everyone, I wanted to get everyone just together. And I went, hey, everybody, let's go around the table, which is like, the dumbest thing. Let's go around the table and answer these 3 W's. I just came up with this. And I went, what are you working on? What are you worried about? And what do you wish for? And now I start every podcast, or we'll close this one, with the 3 W's. What are you working on?
What do you worry about?
Yeah, but we'll start with what are you working on?
So I'm working on my new show
Called?
probably Genesis.
Wait a minute.
Probably Genesis.
You can't hang up Self-Loving Jew until you tape a special.
So that's gonna be happening in a month and a half.
Okay,
in
great.
Fort Lauderdale.
Because oh, good. Because that title,
11th of January 11th.
that title is so good,
Yeah.
it makes me angry.
What?
That I didn't think of it.
Self-loving Jew.
Yeah.
I didn't think of it.
Who did?
I I swear it sounds insane.
No, you plucked it from the universe.
No, it's like, you know.
I think you're
It's a
making.
thought-
a,
it's a
I
thought.
understand.
It's
It's
not a thought.
divine. I
It's-
understand.
No, I thought of something else and it came. I didn't say,
Yes.
oh, what's gonna be the name of the? I thought of
Yes.
something else,
Wow.
and then oh, that's the name of the show.
It's divine intervention. I
Yeah.
think you're making a huge mistake because this tour is only what, a year and a half old.
Yeah.
I would do the self-loving Jew tour for another year and
What
milk that. It's
What
so
happens?
good.
What happens when people start to tell you, hey, we're gonna come? Is it the same show?
Right.
What do you do then?
Do a different show.
So that's
no,
you
but call it still self-loving Jew.
like
Like
the name? No,
That's
but
your
it's
thing, man. That's
I-
your TM. That's
I
the
mean-
greatest thing ever because it was just sitting there, self-hating Jews sitting there for 100 years, and then all of a sudden you flipped it. He turned it on its head. I'm not kidding. That is the greatest title of any tour and special ever.
Don't offend him. It's from the other side, and you like just
Yeah.
you just
Self-hate? Yeah, no, I'm just-
shoving him in his face, and he doesn't know how to.
I can't
It's
believe you
self-hater,
just
yeah.
met him and you knew he's on the other side.
I love you because you're Jewish, but I want to tell you something. If you don't like yourself, leave Judaism aside. Just hate yourself for who you are.
Oh, yeah.
Leave your Judaism.
My
You're
Judaism
hurting
has-
all of us.
My Judaism has
You
nothing
hurting-
to do with it.
Exactly.
I'm telling you.
Use your
I know what's
personality.
going on up
You
here.
know who you
Yeah.
are.
Okay, I know. He did in his defense. He hated himself before he found out he was Jewish.
Thank you so much.
I love my Judaism. I present and I do a show all about it, but the things that I can't take, those have nothing to do with the Jewish part of me.
But you have criticism about Israel.
Yeah, of course.
So that's my.
So does every Israeli.
So that's
Great.
what I'm worried about.
Yeah.
What's the
Why?
third question?
Why are you worried about
Like,
it?
The
Oh,
criticism.
that's what you're worried
Yeah,
about. We're up to
that's-
worried.
Yes. And the third,
Wait, no. What are you worried about? I don't understand.
like people that don't know enough and they criticize from our people.
Mm.
Like I don't mind if you have criticism. We want to hear, but not from you.
Not for me.
If you have criticism,
You want to hear criticism, but not from me.
Yeah.
From who then? Who do you
So
want
who
to
do you hear it
from
from?
people that have good things to say.
So criticism, so good criticism. So it'd be more like compliments.
That
You want to
that
hear compliments about Israel.
Yeah.
This is sort of the beautiful ecosystem that we want to
Yes.
keep presenting to the world.
But seriously,
The
you,
self-suckers. Let's
Imagine-
call ourselves the self-suckers.
I'm talking about priority. Imagine win a war. That's
Right.
the time, like as a Jew, that's the time to come up with as a Jew.
right,
Wait for the war will be over and
right.
also
Then you can as a Jew all you want.
yeah, yeah.
No,
Okay.
I don't as a Jew anything.
No, he doesn't as a Jew. But those
Imagine,
who as a Jew
imagine
should
someone
wait
is,
a little bit.
exactly.
Yeah.
Imagine someone is drowning and you come to save him, and instead of saving him, it's like, hey, you forget to put sunscreen.
Right.
Put some sunscreen on.
Now
Yeah,
that's
no,
an analogy.
The sun is really
Now
beautiful
that is
analogy.
great.
It's
And-
drowning. You're
but-
gonna help or not?
But people don't perceive us as drowning. They perceive us as thriving and controlling
Yeah.
everything.
yeah,
We know we're
you
drowning.
wanted to colonize the sea.
Yeah.
You came to the sea. You want to colonize
The sea.
the sea. That's why you're drowning. You deserve to be drowning.
Right. Is he speaking Hebrew now? Because I didn't
Yeah,
understand.
that
You
was
deserve to drown.
Talmudic.
That was Talmudic? Oh, that was too
Talmudic.
deep. That
That
was too
Talmudic.
introspective.
That was
For
right to
even me?
left. That was certainly right. To
Okay.
left.
Back to the fruits.
Yeah.
When you have seeds,
and you
you
poop.
can help the
You poop
nature.
the fruit.
Doesn't you put
Yeah.
the fruit? You don't have.
But
to.
what you're worried about is people who are spreading blood libels, that going unchecked and all the injustice in the world is going without a counter, which is your mission in life, to counter injustice and mistruths.
I have no worries, brother.
Good.
We got this.
And what do you wish for?
We got.
I
this.
know we got this. What do
We
you
got
wish
this,
for?
And I want to tell you and
Yeah.
my people
Yeah.
and the diaspora that like stand strong, raise your hands, and wear this huge
By
Magen
the way, it's
David.
raise your
Ra-
voice or
raise
your
voice,
head.
yeah.
Hands is just like you have a
If you
question.
go-
Your
it's
hands,
like
your hands is like, wait, I have a
I got a
question.
question.
when you're
I have a
Magen
question.
David, when you're Magen
raise your
David,
hand, yeah.
you can make fun of my English after.
Okay,
I'll
sorry,
have to
sorry. When
go.
you
Like,
leave.
if
Okay,
you're so,
sorry.
Like
Sorry.
polite American,
Yeah,
you
yeah,
know,
this
like
is-
peace.
no, just raise your hands.
It's good when you
Yeah,
guys.
yeah,
It's not
no,
like,
because
like
you can
when I'm not here, talk
You
shit
can
behind
have absolutely no critiques.
You notice that?
Yes.
Yeah.
It was grammar or English.
Nothing about it.
Yeah. No, but
This is the
don't.
Israeli Defense Force. This is what they teach. You cannot take a critique. Boom. Boom.
But you said you said it right.
You are the Iron Dome.
I'm happy you said it right. The Israeli Defense.
Oh,
Force.
not the occupational force.
Yeah,
the IOF.
Yeah.
Defense.
No, it's not the
They
IOF.
want to
right.
defense
The
the innocent people
IDF.
that get shot on purpose. Like, they shoot innocent.
I've heard
They
about
shoot
some
innocent
rockets.
rockets.
I've
and
heard.
we intersecting them
I've
with the
What-
rockets.
what-
We shoot the shoot. We don't shoot. We shoot the shoot. They
Right.
shoot them, we shoot the shoot.
Right.
Shot.
You're shooting the shot.
We shoot the shot. We
It's
don't shoot it. People. We
crazy.
shoot the shot.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
what do you wish for?
So I'm saying, so if it's big enough, it's also a weapon. When they're small, like they need to hide it. But if it's big enough, you walk with this in the subway. And it's like, yes, I'm Jewish.
Right.
But what's your problem, guys? It's half
Yeah.
a kilo. It's half
Yeah,
a
for
pound.
me,
Like-
it's
like-
too big to hold. It's
Yeah, so you don't need it, man. You
Yeah.
look like one chromosome from a bagel.
yeah, one chromosome from a bagel.
I like that.
I look.
By
one
the way,
chromosome
speaking
from
of
a bagel.
bagels,
It's not
Can
something
I
to
just
focus-
say
It's like it looks Jewish. I try to say it looks Jewish. Chromosome is like the disease of.
can I
ours.
say
Yeah.
one criticism
Yeah,
about
criticism.
Israel?
I'm
Can
opening.
I criticize?
I'm opening.
Can I say
We're
one
too
thing?
awesome.
Can I
right?
say one?
Yeah.
No, I
try
want
it.
one thing. Yeah, you're
I would
too
love
awesome.
to hear it.
I want to give my criticism of Israel
Yes.
because I was there for 3 weeks. Okay.
Not even once.
Just a month, not 5 times in the last 2 years, 3 weeks last trip. I was there for 3 weeks. Here's my criticism. It's the Jewish state, right? Why can't I find one good bagel? Give me a good, it's the Jewish state. You can, and don't say a Jerusalem bagel. Jerusalem bagels are not bagels like Turkish coffee isn't the best coffee. Okay,
Israeli-
give me Colombian coffee. Give me coffee. Don't give me, listen to me. A Jerusalem bagel is not even a bagel.
is
It's like
Jewish.
a,
Bagel is Jewish, but it's not. It's not Mediterranean. Jewish.
correct.
It's Jewish American.
Correct.
It's Jewish, maybe with some Kortov of like a
It's
little
not
bit
even
of
Jewish American.
European.
It's European. It's Eastern European. It's not
I
even
don't have a
American.
problem. But if you go to Jerusalem, you're talking about carbs. It's two
Right.
things: challah
Right?
and some challah, sesame.
Uh-huh.
And I never
Chof sumsum.
tasted a better challah
Chof sumsum.
than Vishnitz.
Right.
It's like 150 years. And
Right.
yeah, chof sumsum, it's good.
Right.
Chof
And I like, and
Do you know about that?
Yeah, of course I
100
do.
years is really good.
Yeah.
And your wife.
Makes the
She
best
does that.
challah.
That's the
Saad
challah, like,
Kayla.
makes the best.
Saad makes the best
challah,
challah.
the
There's no
huge
doubt.
challah, I had it all.
There's no doubt.
After I finished the challah, Elon was like, "You said you don't do carbs. What's up?"
The
These are
reason,
different.
Yeah.
the
It's
reason,
different,
yeah.
different.
the reason I brought up the bagel
Yeah.
thing is also to illustrate a point that no, you can't get a good bagel in Israel because Israel isn't an Eastern European place. It's a Middle
Right.
Eastern place where you get
Right.
Middle Eastern food from everyone that immigrated
Yes.
from Yemen and Iraq and Morocco. And you
Yes.
get Sephardic Middle Eastern brown people food.
Yes, of
not
course.
white people
Yes,
food. You
yes.
can't get herring in
Yes.
Israel.
Yeah,
You can't
no,
get a bagel.
Exactly.
Where's the uncle?
Exactly. You set up a criticism so you can compliment.
Yes.
That is insane.
Most Jewish thing ever. You criticize me and you go.
The boys are
makes me anxious to hear a criticism that I said a compliment. And
Yeah.
I'm just sitting here. I don't want to bother that because it was
Yeah.
beautiful. So
Yeah.
just keep do that.
Yeah, and by
Beautiful.
the way, Middle Eastern food is better. There's no question about it. That's Sephardic food. I mean, Ashkenazi food. Do you know what our caviar is? Chopped liver. Okay, chopped liver is so bad it's used as a metaphor for when someone sees you as less than crap,
Mm-hmm.
right? That you think someone sees you as less than crap. What am I, chopped liver, right?
What am I, chopped liver?
You know, our food has any fisherman
You know what? I'm chopped liver.
right? You're
You're not
liver.
saying it like that.
Yeah,
Yeah, you know what? I'm chopped liver.
yeah.
I'm the chopped liver.
Right. Has there ever been a professional fisherman who gloated about catching a gefilte? Have you ever seen that in your life? Huh? Well, what is our food? Kugel. Kugel. Isn't that like a feminine exercise? Doesn't Eli do his
Doing my
kugels?
kugels.
Yeah.
Every Friday morning, I get my kugels on.
Like literally the non-Jews.
The sound of the food doesn't sound like someone ate it. Someone spit it. It sounds like someone.
Oh, you mean kreplach has in it?
Kreplach.
But yeah,
Like you sneeze.
knedel And what's for dessert? Ruggel Everything is terrible. I mean, the non-Jews took the potato and said, "How about French fries?"
How
And-
about taste it up?
right? And we were like, "How about kugel? How about it's like French fries, but less good and less healthy than French fries? How about that?" We invented kugel. My point is
How could you take the French fries and make it less healthy?
by making a kugel and
Yeah.
deep frying it for hours and hours. Let me tell you something. That's why I brought up the bagel thing. There are no bagels in Israel, okay? Because it's not
In
a
Israel, we
white.
call it bagele, and it's a small package of like the little ones. And
Uh-huh.
you eat them as it's a snack.
Yeah, but the Jerusalem bagel's not a bagel. It's like
Nobody
an
is.
airy.
And by the way,
Yeah.
you're
Yeah.
fighting
Oh
a-
yeah, yeah. Like
Called the
I
Jerusalem
know, but
bagel.
you're fighting a straw man. No one here is saying the Jerusalem bagel
It's
is a
called
bagel.
a bagel.
Okay.
It's called a bagel,
It's
but it's
called
not.
called a
Jerusalem bagel.
Call it something else.
Oh, yeah, nice.
That's
It's right.
Jerusalem
It's
bagel.
right.
Let me tell you
Jerusalem
something about-
bagel.
when
But
I
also
say
you're gonna have your own thing in Jerusalem. By the way,
Jeru-
he's really famous. He told me I can't walk in Jerusalem.
I told you that, or did you see it?
Everyone-
Did I tell you that, or did you
had to
witness
tell
it?
me that?
Okay.
But everyone
we were
together
together. We were both getting
finally.
recognized
Yeah,
every
we-
3 seconds.
we
I didn't
literally
understand.
said-
You know, I'm really famous here.
You know,
I think we experienced it, and I talked about it with
First
you.
of all, I think you're amazing. We walked in Jerusalem, and then he told me that.
Okay.
Yeah.
Anyway,
Jerusalem.
I'm actually
and I
very
told him,
famous here.
I told him, I know I can't walk in New York.
the last thing I'll say about
I
the
love
Jerusalem bagel before
Yeah.
I eat it, I don't even make a hamotzi. That's how not bagel it is. It's not even a motzi. It's a mazzonot, I think. I think it's a mazzonot. You know, Mazoinus. All right, we end with the 4 questions. You're familiar with
So
the
3
4
W's,
questions?
4 questions.
3 W's, 4 questions. We usually start with 3 W's, but I knew with you would just be great and
Are
riveting.
you guys from immigration? What is
Yeah,
that?
that's right.
What is going on, man?
We'd like to see some papers.
I got some
Jewish
papers done, you
Yes,
guys.
the papers are done. We just have 4 questions, and these
Yes,
are
please.
rapid fire.
Yeah,
You just
let's
hit
do it.
me with
I like,
an answer, a word, or two, whatever you want.
Intuitive.
Intuitive.
What do you think when you hear about this sound?
Right. Okay. Ready? What do you think of my first question? What do you think of boxed water as opposed to bottled water?
That's a nice surprise. That
Yeah.
it's not milk in it. I like it.
Right. Usually milk with the
Yeah.
box.
That's good. It is good for the nature. What else?
It's good for the nature. That wasn't one of my questions. One of my first question is, what's your favorite Jewish holiday?
Oh, nice.
Mhm.
Good question. I think Passover.
Why?
Passover. Because I like this season when it happens.
Mhm.
I like. I'm not sure. I'm like a big fan of the Seder. It's not
Mhm.
always my favorite part.
Mhm.
I like the Seder, but it's not the reason that I love the holiday.
I get it. The whole thing.
So it's like most of the time you take vacation with all
Mhm.
with everyone. It's like family
Yeah.
reunion.
It's a
the
vacation, but it's
season.
also a celebration of freedom and a reminder
freedom.
of what was and what we have to celebrate,
Yeah.
which is freedom,
Yeah.
which is amazing. And
And I think it's a good season also for comedy. I see
it's great. That's why we do the Pesach program.
Yeah.
I'm booked up. Are you?
I guess.
Yeah, Eli's trying to get a gig if you could make a
Yeah,
call.
no, I'm not.
No?
No.
You don't do, you're above Pesach programs,
No,
Passover?
I'm obviously below the pay grade of
You're
it.
that
I'm
low.
below the
You're
pay grade of
below
it.
the Pesach program?
Yeah, I can't
will get
imagine.
you
I
a gig.
can't imagine spending the week like
You
that.
could just fly in for the day.
Okay.
Yeah, I'll get you the
Okay,
gig. I'll
sure.
call you tomorrow.
Why not? Well, if you go into a week, you have let's say having good time the whole week, and then you perform.
Oh,
I
you're
don't.
doing
I
that.
don't
Okay.
do well with people I don't know.
Okay,
For a
quick,
week.
rapid
That's
fire,
not good for me.
rapid fire. And this is a question 2 and 3. What do you love about Israel and being Israeli? And what do you not love, criticism possibly, about living in Israel and being Israeli? Love
Right.
and love.
So I really love the fact that in Israel, you because so many people want to kill you, you always leave the present like the monks.
Mhm.
They're teaching it for thousands of years, and we just leave it because we're on the edge all the time. So people really fast thinking. Before my shows, always the Americans, they get in advance the schedule and they put in the calendar. They get the tickets first, and only my DM is all in Hebrew in the week of the show. How come no tickets? Like in Hebrew.
Right.
And then I realized how we always in the last second. We don't know 3 weeks in advance what's going to happen. But
Right.
like we know tomorrow now, and so I love that about
So you
us.
love that. And what
We
don't
very
you love?
like we stress sometimes. But
Yes,
we very
and in the
living
moment.
living the moment.
In the moment, that's everything.
and
what-
also that's also what I hate about that. That
What?
I can't plan anything because maybe a war gonna happen,
Nice.
and then
That's
it's
interesting.
like you're always in a danger.
Right.
So
Yeah, that is a not fun thing.
Yeah.
Okay, and the final of the 4 questions, it was going to be who's your favorite comedian, but I know the answer to that.
So let's move on to the next question.
It's you, Eli.
Okay, get over it.
Who?
He's really good,
But
guys.
he's amazing. By the way, seriously, who was your comedic inspiration growing up?
So I like all those that critical thinking. comedians
Mhm.
that started
Like-
to say stuff about like real issues and
Like,
about the government, like Bill Hicks, George Carlin.
wow,
And our days, it's obviously
Bill
Louis
Burr,
C.K.
Louis.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So I love
Chappelle,
their style.
Pac.
Like, Louis C.K. It's not a secret that is affected all of this generation coming
Oh
up.
yeah,
That
his voice
like
definitely.
voice
You could hear it.
shaped the generation. And but yeah, like as we said in the beginning, I don't like to compare it. It's like I like to enjoy when a comedy bit is good. And if I don't know the comedian, it's always exciting
Right.
to go to his Instagram, to follow,
Right.
to get more of that
Right.
greatness. So
So
it's really great.
the actual last question though is, and I probably know the answer, more than anyone on earth, who inspired you
With
everything,
comedy.
with life?
So it's gonna sound kitschy, but I gotta say this, not because she's here. My wife came back home once and she told me a story about like how her day ruined. Now she's not a comedian, but she was in pain telling me the story in the funniest way, like with improvisations. And
Mhm.
she went to the characters. Like I'm finding myself laughing like for a good half an hour. Now we went from story to story and the stops that she has during the day. And I realized that I didn't just laughing. I had an epiphany that every comedian had once, but we need a reminder. It's not something that I didn't know, but that reminder helped me doing my shows better. That we got take us through a lot of horrible moments sometimes as comedians for other people to have fun. If you know how to take this pain and turn it to a good comedy. So that's why all the weird things happen to me. It's not because God doesn't like me, because like that's just funny. I'm in Uber, it's just the second before the Uber, like after a week of shows and weird flights, I was like always did something wrong. I late for this flight. I decided that I'm packaging myself the best way. Nothing gonna be weird, right?
Mhm.
Take everything, the retouch and the zippers, like going there, like make sure, put an alarm, and I took Ritalin to pack my stuff. Everything was fine, right? Like everything, I make sure in the room I didn't forget anything. Every flight I have a story. I'm about to go on the Uber, and I see that I'm barefoot. Didn't put shoes. That makes no sense.
No
That
sense.
you can't write those things.
Right.
When I took the blanket away, was the so I didn't see the shoes,
Right.
and I didn't feel that it's weird.
You didn't even
Wait,
feel
I
the
didn't feel that
non-shoes.
I'm not a chooser.
Wow.
I got to so now the Uber guy is like, all right, man, what do you want to do? Go put shoes? I'm not taking you. You're weird.
Right.
So
By the
that's
way,
like
what's
funny-
really exciting about that answer is that you could see Kayla's new half-hour act on tour. It's called Self-Loving Jew, starring Jewess, starring the great Kayla Sponder.
Yeah.
Just when you thought, Yohay, that is a beautiful answer. I thought you were going to go with Dad, but I'm sure he inspired you in other ways.
So the thing with my father is that second generation, so the Holocaust, grew up in a very gray house, and he decided to gonna marry someone happy. My
Mm.
mom's Moroccan, and he wanted his house gonna be happy.
Wow.
And everything was allowed. You joke about everything you want. No
Wow.
taboos. And we grew up like this in a very happy, very, very happy and funny house. And then they divorced and my father died. Thank you so much, guys. It was a lot of fun.
And thank you for being here. We love you, Yohay. We really love you. What a way to end. Welcome, my parents, everybody, for the Yiddish word of the day. Don't they look fantastic, my parents?
You two look incredibly good.
Oh, look out to cockers.
Not at all. In fact, a lot of people don't know this, but they will walk through Central Park. People stop them, ask for pictures.
Really?
Yeah. What happens to you in Central Park? Yeah.
Look, there's a variety of different things that happen. People run away. Some people ask for pictures. Some people say, "Leave my city."
Right. And a lot of people just hand you their phone and say, could you take a picture of us?
Yeah, could you take the picture
Of us.
Yeah.
Right.
I don't accept.
But my parents, people ask them for pictures because look at them. They're like regal. They're like a
Yeah.
beautiful royal family, royal couple. All right. Well, Sid and Lynn, Malka and Sydney Gold, what is the Yiddish word of the week?
Verliebt.
What is it?
Verliebt.
Verliebt.
Yeah.
And the definition?
It means in love.
And if used in a sentence?
I could do a song on that.
Sure.
of course.
Sentence, song, we'll take anything
Yeah,
at this
we'll take a
point.
song.
We'll take a limerick.
Mama, bin ich verliebt. Hi, Mama, bin ich verliebt. Ach, les mijn mädel, Mama, getraaien, ligt mijn oren zin. Ich weine lachen, wees net, Mama, ik wil geweldig ben. Hi, Mama, bin ich
You can
verliebt.
join in.
I don't know it.
No, I would if I knew the words.
What do the words mean? What are you singing? Oh, Mom,
Oh, Mama, am I in love?
am I in love with
Bin ich verliebt? Am I in love?
with
Bin ich
someone else?
verliebt?
With the mother.
What?
This could be
No,
like,
I'm telling my mother.
I'm asking, I'm telling my mother, oh, am I in love, Mama? I'm in love. You're saying this.
Love with
Yeah,
this
right.
young girl.
So this is back when young men would talk to their
would
parents
talk to
about
the
their love
parents
life.
about-
Yes.
right.
Yes.
That doesn't happen these days.
If she's asking, what's going on with you? I could say, "Ay, Mama, bin ich verliebt."
Oh.
I think this
Oh.
ended. I think this conversation between a young man and the mother about who they're in love with died in the shtetls of the 1800s. I don't think past that point anyone say, "Hey, Mom, ich bin loved in the
Yeah.
But that's beautiful. Thank you for that Yiddish word of the week. Let's say it one more time.
Verliebt.
Farleaf.
Verliebt.
Could you use that in a sentence, Dad?
Okay, I am completely verliebt.
No, in Yiddish.
Oh.
No.
I'd say and then
You
drop
could
English
you
and
could
then-
do Yiddish, but it is just the Yiddish word.
Just the word.
So if I was going to use this today for myself,
Right.
how would I use it? Give me an example how I might be able to use this in my own life. I'm not speaking Yiddish to many people. I speak Yiddish gibberish to people, but never real Yiddish.
So English until the word drops. Go ahead. An English sentence.
So I would say, well, I'm really telling everybody that I'm so in love. I'm verliebt.
Yeah, I fell in love. I'm verliebt.
And who are you in love with, Dad?
I'm over the moon because I'm verliebt.
And who are you in love with, Dad?
Oh, some girl, I'm not saying.
He couldn't do it. He couldn't give it to her.
It would be me.
After how many years? 61 years?
What?
After 61 years of marriage, I think you're Farleaf.
She doesn't know yet.
He doesn't know. You haven't told her. Well, thank you, Mom and Dad. I love you, and we'll see you on the next Yiddish Word of the Week. Stars of David is a production of Unpacked, an open door media brand. Follow us wherever you get your podcasts, and check us out on Instagram and YouTube.
If you enjoyed this episode, leave us a rating on Apple or Spotify. It really does help. It really does help us when you tell other people to find our show.
It does?
Yeah, I think so. That's what is written in front of me, and I'm reading that.
Stars of David is hosted by me, Elon Gold.
And me, Eli Leonard, and we are produced by Michael Weber.
Thank you for listening. We do appreciate you.
Yes, v'koimenish kodesh liado.
And as always, good
Yantif v'shamru b'nei Yisrael le'isa shoybas.